Sema.
Yeah.
Got him McLaughlin, so big fan, mate.
Thank you. Yeah. It's, I'm very excited. I heard about the XC you just showed me. It's a nice piece.
Yeah, it's been good, and Peter's going to get some work done on it now and get it going.
Nice. No, it's cool. It's cool to be here. SEMA is so big. It's the first time for me to be here and see it all, but it's crazy being able to see, like, you know, a lot of Kiwis, a lot of Aussies here. So hearing the accents and stuff has been nice.
You're starting to get an American accent.
Oh, no, it's bad. I know. I'm trying not to. Trust me, I'm trying not to. Always a Kiwi, and that's the main thing.
Yeah. Mate, really good to see where you're heading and what's happening. Mate, the size of this place is just unbelievable, isn't it?
Oh, it's crazy. And the aftermarket parts you guys can get and see, and the displays that people have got. Some amazing cars here. Like we're just saying, like you can't get around and see everything, but it's cool. And I'm here with Odyssey battery and doing some signing, and then I'm going to Snap-on and Shell and Expel. It's a big thing for the people that support me and the racing, so it's really cool.
You're here for the whole 4 days?
I got in yesterday. I'm just here today, and then I head to Phoenix for the NASCAR race this weekend.
Oh, okay.
So to go watch that. So yeah, I'm enjoying it though. Love it. Yeah.
Really good to catch up.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's a shame you're not still with us in the course.
Yeah.
The cars, but,
we had a lot of good time. I still keep in touch with a lot of the people back home and DJR and whatnot. And Dick Johnson is a very close friend of mine still, and you know I'm always cheering him on, even though I do drive a Chevy these days. But
I did see a few of the clips with you doing a bit of late night watching. I think it was a wedding or something.
Yeah, I was watching Bathurst at a wedding. I had it on my table, but you gotta. I've never missed a Bathurst, you know, since I started motor racing at least. So I wasn't gonna miss it again.
Awesome. All right,
no worries. Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Thanks for your time.
No worries. Thanks.
So I've found another really nice drive car here at SEMA. So I'm trying to look for cars that I think are engineered and built well and can be registered, and something that you probably hop on a track with. And I've caught up with Bill. So Bill's from Backdraft Racing, and he's just going to give us a bit of a run through on these beautiful cars. So how are you, Bill?
Fine, how are you?
It's only early in the event, mate, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I'll grab the camera and we'll walk around and have a look.
Okay.
So, mate, obviously a Cobra. So what sort of base did you start with this? Is this your own sort of design, or tell me a bit about it?
Yeah, basically what we've done here is the cars, they've taken their design, taken the liberties and changed up what the original car is. The founders of the company have a strong BMW background. So the suspension is done with BMW suspension. It's got a coilover strut in the front. They've upgraded it to the new a newer E92 suspension in the back that actually is fitted with the new Mustang Ford differential, the 8.8 with a 355 gear. But we do, and as you can see in this car, we actually make the carbon fiber parts. This is a carbon fiber inlay stripe. As you see the body, the sculptures and stuff, this is what's called a GTR body, okay? And it's just the scoops, it just adds to the aesthetics of the design, and that's a carbon inlay stripe. This car, as you can see, as it reads on the hood scoop, this is the new Ford Godzilla truck engine. We take it and go through another company called Indy Power Products, and they modify the engine with an upgraded camshaft. This is what's called the Stage 2 package, but it's the Innovator stacked fuel injection. They port the heads, change the cam. This engine now produces over 600 horsepower, about 580 torque, in a car that weighs about 2,400 pounds.
So it goes pretty hard then?
Oh yes.
What I'm really taken by is the detail. So obviously it's a built car, but everything, it's show car quality. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful.
And this is actually the way every car comes out of the shop. We focus on fit and finish, quality to build. We want to put a good product out there for our customers. We offer all kinds of ranges of options, as you can see. This is an upgraded interior, upgraded leather stitching patterns. It's got a carbon fiber dash, the carbon fiber odometer gauges, saw belt system with the belts and the steering wheel. It was a top grade products.
So So I dare say compliant in all your states over here?
Yes. The car is 2 inches longer, 2 inches wider. So what makes our cars unique is the cockpit is a little bigger, so a little bit bigger.
Which is good because I've sat in one before and I didn't fit in it basically.
Well, yeah, we can let you fit in this one. This one actually has an extra option, is what's called a drop box foot floor. So guys with a little bit bigger, that has a little bit more leg room in the vehicle. But it's a little wider, as you see. With that suspension, the car grips very well, accelerates really hard. There's a good video on YouTube at 0 to 60. Back in 08, it did 3.42, 0 to 60.
We'll put a link up on in the description of your site and your channel. And I see there's a price tag on the window, which is nice to see as well. So I think it was about 140K for this one.
Yeah, this one's 139,000. This is top of the line, the same as the other car that we have here. This is, and actually in the color that you're looking at is called Hockenheim Silver. Okay, I believe. And then the other car with the roof, that's a removable hardtop. That's actually a Porsche color, and that's fitted with a Roush 427 small block with, as you can see, the stacker fuel injection.
So that's a different body altogether?
No, the same body, just a different color, just the removable top. As you can see, there's a clip by the wind wing right here, and two people can just lift it straight off.
Cool idea.
And then as you can take a look at the interior, a little different pattern as it follows the theme of the car. Also has a classic instruments gauges, which is kind of an aircraft style gauge, and you can tint them to the colors that you like. As you can see, the roof makes it available for you can open up the trunk with no problem.
It's they're really nice
so
cars.
we're thinking it out, kind of giving a little bit of double hump thing back, a nod to the day of Dan Gurney's deal.
Bill, I absolutely love them.
They're quite fast, handle well. You feel secure when you're on the road, on the highway. We fit them with all kinds of different engine packages and transmission packages. We have several different manual transmission options. These are fitted with the new Tremec TKX 5-speeds. You can do the 6-speed. We can also do the automatic with a paddle shift.
Very good. Bill, thanks for your time, and appreciate that. We'll get that up and show the world.
Okay.
So when you're at SEMA, there's a bit more to see than just cars and trucks, and there's so many pickup here, unbelievable. But just chatting to Tom here because I'm really impressed with your artwork, mate. It's amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
And tell us a bit about it. So what medium do you use and the process? And when you sell them, do you do originals or prints or?
Yes, my original artwork is oil on canvas or oil on panels. And I generally turn everything I paint into a print edition afterwards.
Nice.
And a lot of what you see here today are prints, canvas prints on paper.
And I can tell you, looking at them, you wouldn't know that because that one up here, which is on canvas by the look of it, is it? Mm-hmm. It's stunning. I mean, in real life,
thank you.
You would swear it's original. So the inspiration for a lot of these, is this your childhood and youth, or is it just something else?
It's pretty much my childhood. My father took the family to the stock car races when we were 5, 6, 7 years old, and I've always had an interest in cars, motorcycles. I was raised in the San Fernando Valley in Southern California, and that's kind of the hotbed of hot rods and racing.
So you were here before it was cool to move here?
Yeah.
So pick one out and tell us a little bit about it.
Well, gosh, any of them. This one here, for instance, this is a commissioned artwork. The owner of the motorcycle had me paint the painting, and he posed he was the model that I used on the bike.
So he's a pretty cool dude then?
He was, or he is.
Yeah.
And I photographed him sitting in his driveway in front of his house, and I created the painting, but I put it more in a more appropriate background in a dirty alleyway in Los Angeles in the late 40s.
Yeah, I love it. It's awesome.
So, and I do a lot of research in putting these pieces together. Historical references are made, and
I see a few trains as well. So
I paint trains, I paint horse flesh, I paint the human figure. I do a lot of the old warplanes, the B-17 you see up there, the P-38 in this piece.
Yeah, beautiful.
I go out and I reference the actual aircraft and the vehicles, and I put them together.
Thanks for your time, Tom. Really appreciate it.
Pleasure.
And hopefully people can see there's more here than cars.
Pleasure, Kevin. Thank you so much.
So here we are. We're all just trying to clear the people out to get some photos of some of Foose's cars. Thank you. That's a very clean looking truck. No end of pickups here. Absolutely incredible. So these caught my eye, and the funny thing was I thought they're not a bad size brake, but they're actually the rear brakes. So you can see they're mechanical. This one's electric. The technology at these sort of shows to take it all in is incredible. So we're on the Willwood stand, obviously. Well, here's another car from one of the big builders, so we don't have anyone to interview, but it's a really nice car, so I'm going to shoot it. Very unusual choice of colour on the engine. Dodge the people a bit.
Big long car.
There are the lights in the seats there.
Big custom.
Attention to detail, it's awesome. So there's so much to see here and so much you can't film, so I thought I'd just do a quick walkthrough to show you just how many stands and how many different cars and things that you sort of want to film. Probably come back and grab that one in a minute. You've got tools, you've got everything. Monster trucks. No end to people. So if you've seen or know the brand, you will find it here. There's no doubt about that.
So the conversation could happen, but Smell the leather, it's brand new.
Very well done, isn't it?
It's beautiful.
Look at the detail in those seats.
It's got carpet on the floor, which I like. Not a big fan of leather floors. This is from Goldman again, the same guys that did the wagon. Very nice.
Lovely colour, actually.
The workmanship in a lot of these lines is incredible. Doing that sort of stuff in paint and then got to polish it.
If you can get two more, see if you can get two more.
How's it going? That's what I was going to say. Yeah. Nice. I know, right? You get a lot more foot traction. I thought I had it too, really.
Really nice treatment with the trim there, I like that.
Must be a party car, that one.
Well, it's a big shout out to Lovells. Who would ever thought we'd be here in the US filming SEMA? Without their support, I'm sure we wouldn't be able to do it. Don't forget, if you need upgrade for your four-wheel drive or suspension for your cruiser or your street car, check them out, lovellsauto.com.au. Something totally different out of the Ringbrothers, and they're standing over there, and I'll see if I can get an interview in a minute. A lot of these high-end builders are pre-booked. Righto, so sometimes you get lucky. So I'm walking around and I spot the Ringbrothers. I've been hanging around and I've pestered them to have a chat to us, mate. I really appreciate your time.
Yeah, no problem.
I know how busy you are. You got 3 cars here.
3 cars.
Unbelievable. Mate, I'm going to let you have that one. I've got my mic. I'm
Okay.
going to grab the camera, and what I want you to do is explain to me why it rolls and a little bit about some of the complexities of the car, because I can see lots.
Well, thanks.
Right, Hey, so obviously, how did you end up doing a Rolls?
Well, we ended up doing a Rolls because that's the guy who called, and that's what he wanted to build. And for us, it was something we hadn't done before, and it's kind of nice to do something that you don't know anything about.
Yeah, exactly. And it's funny, my mum drove an old Rolls, a 77 Shadow. So
Wow.
when I seen you guys were doing one, I thought this will be interesting to see what that looks like.
Yeah, and I mean, really, the outside, really tidying it up and putting a Roadster shop chassis with the independent suspension and machining the wheels to look factory yet, but that's got the new Rolls Royce center caps that stay centered. I mean, really.
Stay centered?
Yeah, so you drive it, it stays like
cool.
that all the time on that gyro. So
And obviously you tightened all the body lines.
tighten the body line. Some we had to widen because they letted them pretty shut. But redid all the bright work on the car and just tighten the gaps. And these rolls never lined up too good. The doors, all the things.
I mean, what early car ever did?
Right, true.
And then there'll be this big convergence.
So
We ended up putting an LT4 in it with a 10-speed automatic, 650 horse, crate motor from GM, runs great. End up buying one of the ATS-V exhaust systems. It's like $5,000 and cut it all up and used all the cats, 4 cats, the muffler, just rearranged it for this car, but man, it's super quiet.
Is that?
The only thing you hear is a supercharger when you nail it.
Well, I mean, it's a Rolls. It should be quiet.
Right, exactly. That's what we felt. It should be quiet. Really, the inside of the car is what is so different.
Yeah.
We can go to.
These guys who just have a seat. We'll be right.
Hey, Jim! Hey, dude.
Unbelievable. I'll just hop in here with
Yeah.
you here.
People, I don't know.
Unbelievable.
So anyway, excuse me, I'm going to open that. So we got rid of all the wood that was in the car. Originally, these were all wood. The dash top was wood.
Yeah, because they had the metal.
Yeah, it looks just made me tense, all that wood. And so we ended up making aluminum panels and then hydro dipping them. Actually, Gabe's did the interior. He's amazing. And we made the lower part of the dash and put the push button for the transmission and machined a few knobs for the AC unit to match the old school. Got all new Dakota digital gauges, different steering column, obviously.
And you got
the Starlight, yeah, like his new one. He's got a new one, so we kind of wanted to match that. Redid the trays and the Grey Poupon,
What I like though, it's still got that Rolls feel.
Yeah, we really wanted to keep it right down to the covers they made, where Gabe made, where Rolls Royce on them, and
Got a really classy feel about it.
yeah, it's a fun car. It looks stock, but it really drives well, and the owner loves
full of
it.
insulation and
Yeah, it's a heavy car. It's 4,800 pounds. Yeah.
Mate, I really appreciate the time.
Yeah,
I
no
know how
worries.
busy you guys are, and hopefully the people out in Oz and all around the world will be able to hear a little bit about.
I'm coming over. My wife and our bucket list. We're going to be at one of the shows, maybe
You got my card.
in March.
Look us up. We're in
What do you
Wollongong,
got-
just
what's your
down
show
from
in March?
In March or May. Yeah, big shows in May.
No, but I mean in the winter where you guys come in at indoor show.
Yeah, so that'll be May, so it's Motorex, so that's
Motorex.
our biggest show. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we'll actually have the Blue Falcon there.
Oh wow, I'm thinking of
So I'd like
coming.
to catch up.
I'm thinking of coming to that. So that'll be good.
It's only 14 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been to Saudi Arabia, so that's a little further.
Mate, appreciate
thank
your time.
you.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate your time.
something different. If you need wheels, you come to Sema, there's a whole haul. There's not many of our style cars in here, but man, there's some wheels. So we'll bring you a bit more of that in the next couple of days. But absolutely incredible.
Trying to load as many parts as we can on it.
So another new build that's obviously everyone's photographing, but I thought I'd better come and get a shot of it. Something quite unique I haven't seen before. It's pretty clever. Obviously a big vent up through the bonnet. There's a lot of this track influence coming in, isn't there, with all the aero.
Aerodynamic.
I like the way they've done that side glass. It's normally been deleting it. I like that. External door handle. Flawless looking paint on it.
To be honest, the band is just background, so it's not something that I think needs to be.
There's a lot of stuff on this car you wouldn't see if you'd had really have a good look at it. Detail on these stripes, and that's amazing. The air inlets going through there. Beautiful craftsmanship, and all the firewalls all got the heat protection, exhaust all wrapped.
Up here, by the look of it.
Just another massive build at Sema. Need some big brakes? Here's a place to come and get them.
Big brake.
We have our little circle of trust going, and it's going to be a lot better.
Andy? Sorry. So I spoke to so they think they can manage what already.
And if you want the biggest ones, you can grab something like that.
My God. 390 by 57.
So we're not going to do any change.
Well, another another sensational car, and of course they're always sensational at SEMA. So this is Russell. How you going, buddy?
Oh, I'm doing great, thank you.
Mate, busy already?
Well, yesterday was busy. We got busy right away when we were unloading the car. We had many.
We had a little sneak peek yesterday, actually. Yeah. And the interesting thing is, it's something different. You just made the comment. It's probably the most different thing here.
Yeah.
What I'd like to do is we just have a bit of a walk around and explain a little bit about all the complexities of this crazy looking car.
Yeah, I'm happy to share it.
Yeah, so let's do that. I'll grab the camera and you can start talking about how it all came about.
I will.
So we'll start on the big opening at the front if you like.
Well, as you can see, the engine seems to be missing up front. We have mostly suspension and plumbing and battery and things like this in the front section. We have an LSR from LME Engines out of Houston, Texas. It's a 9,000 plus RPM, 2,000 horsepower capable aluminum block LS with Brodex heads and billet crank. It was really a necessity for us to have that engine pushed back that far because what you see in the wishbones is an IndyCar geometry, and when we get to the back, you'll see that we have an extract IndyCar gearbox with a matched geometry. So we weren't willing to start modifying geometries just to keep the engine forward. And on top of that, we wanted the weight distribution to be 55% to the rear, and that's what it did for us.
Okay, so the front. So where do you use this sort of car?
Well, this car is built for global time attack, super lap battle, grid life, and hill climbs like Pikes Peak.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually I haven't. I used to watch a bit of the old Pikes Peak. I haven't done that for a while, but and you're saying it's not a show car, it's a user?
Yeah, it's a race car. I mean, we think every race car can be a show car, not every show car can be a race car, so we've tried to build it along the themes of that idea. The cockpit is really fully enclosed to the rear because the rear section is all about power and gearbox. We have turbocharged pipes in there. That's the back of the plenum. We've turned the plenum around 180 degrees. We have twin 90 millimeter LSA throttle bodies, and those tubes extend back to twin Garrett G35 900 turbos and 45 millimeter wastegates that blow directly into the diffuser. We're using that 1990 Leighton House technology where we're blowing air into the diffuser for downforce addition. In here we have a 6-speed sequentially shifted extract gearbox out of an IndyCar. All of the IndyCar suspension, uprights, Brembo metal matrix 8-piston calipers. We have Forge Line 18-inch by 14-inch wide custom-made wheels on the center lock design of a BBS.
Now I believe someone with Little Birdie was telling me that you have a little bit of Indy background.
Yeah, I was fortunate enough to become an IndyCar mechanic at a very young age, and I spent my IndyCar career running around with a bunch of the teams like Gallus Racing and Ganassi Racing, and I ended my career with a team called PacWest Racing Group. I had been to the Gold Coast many times for IndyCar events, which were some of the favorite events that we got to run. So it was fantastic. At the back of the car, you'll see we have a 15-gallon ATL fuel cell with radium engineering. Fuel catch can. We run twin Thai Automotive brushless fuel pumps and controllers, and the little compressor and air tank you see is there for the Motec paddle shift system. So it's a sequentially shifted gearbox, but of course we have Motec paddle shifts, and it's run through an air actuator.
And it started out once as a Pontiac.
Well, yes, the car is actually a 73 Pontiac Firebird with every panel on the car has a modification, every single panel. And so some people will recognize that it's a Firebird or a Trans Am. All the fender flares and the rocker panels, they're all custom fabricated steel.
This is for turbulence?
Yeah, we have openings above our wheels, and that's been something that has been sort of developed over the last 5 years in sports car racing, where we can let some of the air turbulence out of the wheels and try to reduce lift. We came to the show without some of our interior panels in, so people could really get a glimpse of where the bell housing of the engine is and where the exhaust system is, our lambda sensors, and some of the advanced heat shielding products we're using to try to minimize that heat transfer from exhaust to the passenger. We mounted a lot of our wiring, ECU, and things like that internally because it protects it from the heat source. It keeps it where you can service it, and heck, it's a race car. Why not make it look cool, right?
So you're going to do your little party trick on the front for me now?
Yeah, I can show you that this car is not just a show car. It's got some strength to it. We can give it a lot of push on the rear wing. It's very strong. The rear wing's the same way. It's all made to make downforce. This car is a race car more than a show car. Front wing flaps are adjustable, a little adjuster straight off of an Indy car, so you can look at how the air flows through there and goes to the baseball glove brake scoop that's up against the tire. It's a pretty efficient system.
Mate, thank you very much for that.
Oh, you're welcome.
Hopefully our viewers enjoy that, and I'm sure I did, and it's been a pleasure. Thank you.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Hang on, we'll start again. Come on, Fuzzy, they're too big for you, are you?
Too big for you. Yeah.